Well, first of all, I do want to say again, Happy Father's Day to all the dads, grandfathers, uncles, cousins, friends, anyone who fills that role of dad. It is an important role that helps us all view our world. It's not just another Hallmark holiday. Well, here we are at the end of another church year. This year has been filled with joy and love, friendships, fellowship, working on our spiritual journey. And although we put all of this on hold for the summer, it doesn't mean that it stops. You will continue to be in my thoughts and prayers, and you'll be in each other's thoughts and prayers. And just as God doesn't take a vacation, but he does rest, we still should continue to call on him each day. So I just wanted to do, it's very common, I guess, to do a little review of what has happened throughout the year. And this year, our theme was the Word. So I know we did a lot over at the easel. So this is our review. So we first started with what was the Word, and a number of us came up with our favorite Bible passages and things that mean a lot to us. Hopefully we're still finding more passages that mean something to us. Still working on that Bible verse, Dan. We talked about what is in the Bible, what is in the Word. The idea of God, it gives us time and place, there's numbers, we have history and geography, government and law, things that we don't maybe ordinarily attach to the Bible and what the Bible is. And then we looked at some of the literal parts of the Bible. The Old Testament, the New Testament, 39 books, 27 books. What some of the Old Testament is comprised of. We have the Torah or the Pentateuch, and then we've got this whole historical section that moves into the wisdom, and then we have the prophets, the major prophets and the minor prophets. And the only difference between the major prophets and the minor prophets, if anybody remembers, it's like, it's the length of the book. That's it. I know, crazy. And then we talked about the New Testament, obviously after Jesus arrives, so we have the Gospels, and then we have the book of Acts, and then we go through all these epistles, and then Revelation. So there it is, kind of in a nutshell. So we started talking about a little bit more in depth about all of these. And then I had heard a song. And we talked about the dash. The dash on a tombstone, on our tombstone, on others' tombstone. What is that dash? That's your whole life. One small little line. And we talked about what we're doing with it. Lots to think about there. And then we continue to talk about the word and how we use the word each day. We should be reading something every day to help us on our spiritual journey. I just actually, again, technology, here we go. Changed on the newer iPhones, I changed my front page and it flips through different pictures throughout the day. But then there's these little things called widgets. So like you can put on the front of your phone the weather or how many emails you have. And I put on a Bible verse. So I just did that last night and I'm like, ooh, what's the next one? When I got up this morning. So that was kind of neat just to see it there, and it's that little reminder. So then the kids, we had Rainbow Sunday, which is, I know we've talked about an organization through the Masonic family for girls, and our Sunday school kids got a lot out of this as we were explaining everything, their enthusiasm about the word is growing, and that's just amazing. And that's also our example. They're looking at those of us who are at church, and they're seeing the importance of it. And then for those of you who were not here last week, for Children's Sunday, we showed off the kids' fruit wreath. And each piece of fruit signifies a moment that they were exposed to a Bible verse or something in the Bible, in the Word. So we carried this theme throughout church and Sunday school. And I don't remember what the next theme is for this coming year. But we will incorporate that as well. So we really tackled a lot this year in learning how to kind of take this thing, this church spiritual journey, and to make it real. I do want to thank everyone for attending our services, everyone online for joining, for keeping the word alive and spreading it in your own lives. Continue to share with others what you do on a Sunday morning, where you go on a Sunday morning. If you think about it, it is 1 hour in the entire week that you set aside. You're away from the world, from the chaos, and there's a little bit of peace here. And you can recharge yourself for the week ahead. Now, if we could have church every day, so we have an hour every day of quiet and away from and focus on God. That's what we do at home. So I do wish everyone blessings for a wonderful summer. And I know that we will certainly be in touch. I do want to personally thank Dan for everything, for your playing, for your enthusiasm, for joining in some of our discussions. And Dan is heading to the University of Miami, August. Lovely time to be in Florida. It'll be nice and cool for you to work on your master's. So next year is going to look a little different for us, but that's okay. But I know we wish you all the best. Don't forget us.
I'll be here the weekend of the September 7th.
There you go.
So,
There you
let's
go.
see.
Yep, you'll be back and forth a few times, and
Yeah.
we're gonna appreciate having you here. But definitely wish you all the best. Um, it's a great thing that you're doing. Good for you.
Thanks for everything.
Anytime. We'll definitely be in touch.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.